Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Dune Imperium from Direwolf. It plays 1 to 4 players with a solo mode and plays in 60 to 120 minutes. What it's about: Dune Imperium is a worker placement and deck building game set in the Dune universe, especially of the upcoming film. Each round begins with a conflict card, which will give resources and points to who the winner of combat. Then players will do one of two things in turn. With an agent turn, you play a card whose icons determine where you can place your agent on the board to get resources, add troops to the conflict, and increase your standing with 4 factions. Or with a reveal turn, you pass for the rest of the round, buy new cards in typical deck building fashion, and determine your combat strength. Once everyone has revealed, you resolve combat and the winners get tiered rewards. The game ends after 10 rounds, or once at least one player has earned 10 points. What I like: Dune Imperium is an interesting strategic mix of deck building and worker placement that allows for some complex strategy. So for example, playing a card for the agent turn means you don't get its benefit for the reveal phase, and that creates a nice decision tension. And the fact that your cards determine where you can place your worker adds an even deeper layer of strategy when you're buying the cards and using them. But the fact that the agent's actions are determined by the board space and not the cards themselves give the cards more flexibility than a typical deck builder. And while the combat is relatively straightforward, with whoever having the most strength wins, the hidden surprises of the reveal turn and the intrigue cards that you can play during combat make it an interesting gamble. And while each leader has slightly different abilities, they're relatively simple, and the game doesn't lock you into a particular game style with them. Points to consider. So this is an advanced deck builder. Now you need to keep track of 3 things when you acquire cards: their agent effects, their reveal effects, and the icons on the left-hand side. And so while this makes the game interesting, it can be overwhelming to people not familiar with deck builders, especially for new players that are drawn in mainly by the game's theme. The turn order, which rotates, also matters considerably in this game, since you often find yourself needing to react to other players, especially when determining your strength in combat. So you'll find that where you are in the turn order will make a big difference in how you play. And there's also a bit of area control, as combat can let you take control of one of 3 worker spaces for a small reward when it's used, but the effect is really minor when compared to just getting the points for combat. And the 2-player game does require a dummy player, although there's a mobile app that'll handle the dummy player deck for you if you prefer. So in summary, it's an interesting, layered, and strategic combination of worker placement and deck building that may feel a bit overwhelming to new players. It has a relatively simple combat that still has some surprises, although the area control aspects don't stand out much, and the variable leaders and the flexibility of the worker placement lets you employ a lot of different strategies, though turn order can affect them considerably. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel.